joining me today. I wanted to do kind of a fun video. If you're on my Facebook, you've seen me talk about it last night. We were up really late working on some stuff to get working, and so I posted really late last night giving an idea of what today's video is going to be about. Just real quick, if you don't know me, my name is Crystal, and I started this channel to reach out to people who may be suffering through diagnosis or different kinds of anxieties or stresses in life, or people who have a family member or someone else they care about going through this kind of stuff and just kind of want answers. So I'm hoping to at least help a few people with posting my videos about my daily accomplishments and struggles. So today I wanted to share something. I was going through our Disneyland pictures last night because if you watch some of my first videos, you know I love Disneyland more than almost any other thing in the world besides my family and my friends. So I could go to Disneyland every day if I lived closer. I don't get tired of it. A couple times ago we went for over 10 days straight and I was not tired of it then. For whatever reason, just being there makes me extremely happy. It could be something as simple as going and just sitting. I will go sometimes and not ride any rides that whole day. I will just eat the food, love the churros. They may be my favorite. See the people, enjoy all the happy people, and I make friends because I feel like everyone's there for the same reason. And what better time than to just spread happiness and joy than when you're in Disneyland. So I, again, could be there every day, all day. If my cat could go, I would probably never leave. So I was going through my Disneyland pictures late last night when I couldn't sleep, and I was noticing something very, very consistent with all of my pictures. So I did a collage of pictures in the beginning of this video that you could see. I hope. I haven't put them in yet. So we're going to play with my editing abilities, but my idea is I'm going to put a stream of pictures in the beginning. I'm going to stop here, and then I'm going to put the stream of pictures one more time. There's 8 pictures in total. And they're from 2 totally different trips to Disneyland, different years. And then I'm going to explain what it is that is consistent about those pictures. Maybe some of you will have guessed, maybe not. But there's something that stood out to me a lot when I was looking through them. And then I will put them at the end again so that you don't have to go back if you want to look and see if I'm crazy or not, or if you agree with what I said. So I will try to pause it right here at 3 minutes. We'll say right about 3 minutes. And then we will continue on with the rest of the video. Okay guys, did you notice anything at all? Any consistencies to the pictures? Some of them are just me and Rick, some of them are me, Rick, and Cadence, some of them are my parents and me, Rick, and Cadence. Like I said, they're completely different trips, so there's just something consistent about them all. So I will go ahead and explain what I see. If you notice, you look at these pictures and you see a family, a couple, whichever, having a great time, enjoying what seems to be a completely normal vacation with a completely normal life. You may notice the brace on my leg, may or may not. That doesn't really matter. Some of them you can't even see my leg. But what you might notice, or might have noticed, is in every single picture where we look carefree and happy, just like any old couple at Disneyland, is Rick is holding me up. You notice it in even pictures where we're doing things with our hands or goofy stuff. In every single picture, he has an arm around me, bracing me up. And that doesn't seem like much, but what I'm trying to get out there is I look so normal at times, and things can be so misleading. You see this couple having a fantastic time, just laughing and having a great time at Disneyland, but what you don't see is the struggles of just standing up for that picture, the balance, the anxiety. You don't see me getting from the wheelchair to where we stand for the picture. You don't see me in crowds not being able to move in my wheelchair and having anxiety where I have to go park somewhere quiet in the park and just sit there and get my nerves back. So, what really struck out to me is you see this picture and you see such a normal, happy family having a vacation. And that really translates to how I feel in life. Because all of my diseases, ailments, whatever, all of my things that I have going on are invisible to the eyes. But you have to have, MRIs or CAT scans, different blood tests, things like that to see the problems that I suffer with every day. So you see me, and I look happy, and I'm smiling almost all the time if I can. But what you're not seeing is the extreme pain, the cuts and bruises all over from falling down all the time. You're not seeing the welts from my shots every night. You're not seeing me have to do shots every night. You're not seeing the blurred vision I can have, or the dizziness in my brain, or like I said, pain. A big one is pain. You're not seeing the struggle when I can't find words. You might hear it now and then because it happens a lot. But you're not seeing the internal turmoil I go through when I'm trying to find a word or have a normal conversation with someone and I'm unable to find words or communicate what I want to say. You're not seeing that when I go to reach for my phone and I accidentally knock something over across the room or fling my phone because my hands won't respond with what I want. So, the idea was to kind of show you the perception is not always the final result. So, even though the perception of me may be that I am totally healthy and happy, the reality is I am happy, but there's a lot of struggles that I don't show or talk about a lot because no one wants to hear you dwell. I will answer questions if someone asks me, and sometimes I'll be an open book. One time I had a therapist tell me that the best thing I could do is challenge myself, that when someone asks me how I'm doing, rather than saying fine, is to trust the person enough to be honest and tell them exactly how I do feel. And I tried that for a while. It's way harder than it sounds. So I challenge you to do the same. No matter what it is in life, we all have struggles. And so I challenge you to be honest when a friend or family member says, "Hey, how are you today?" which is such a generic thing that we all say automatically. I challenge you to not do the generic, "Oh, I'm good, how are you?" or "Oh, I'm fine, thanks." I challenge you to be honest. Maybe say, whatever's going on in your life. "Oh, I'm having a little bit of a headache, but everything is good." Or, "Oh, I woke up really stressed out today, but I'm having a lot better day now. Thanks for asking." So rather than just a generic response to an answer that's maybe not the case, I challenge you to answer with as honest of an answer as you can. And mostly I say this with people that are close family or friends, because I still get people in the grocery store that say, "Oh, hi, how are you today?" Or they'll ask me about my leg, and because I wear a brace, "Oh, did you break your leg?" or "What happened to your foot?" So I judge it by the sincerity. Sometimes I'm in a hurry and I don't have time to go into it, or they don't seem very sincere. They just kind of seem like they just want information. And then I just say, "Oh, it just acts up on me." But then I get someone who is sincere, or I have some extra time, and then I go into exactly what's wrong with my foot, the drop foot, in regards to the MS, and I usually really get great responses, and a lot of times great tips or things that helped other people. I've had people stop and say prayers for me, just the kindest hearted people, and it's so nice. But I don't always have the mental capacity or the ability to sit and have that conversation. So, depending on my day, depending on my situation, depending on the person, it depends on how I answer that question. So, with that being said, I challenge you to do the same. When it's someone that genuinely would care how you're doing, tell them. Trust them with the truth. And I bet you they are shocked, first of all, to not just get the "Oh, I'm fine" generic push-off answer, but also they will most likely feel really honored that you felt comfortable enough to tell them the truth. So that's my challenge for you today. I'm going to go ahead and repost those pictures at the end. The other part of that challenge is to never judge a book by its cover. With Beauty and the Beast coming out, it's a great time to remember that, like I mentioned before, perception is not always reality. So when people see me and they say, "Oh, but you look so happy," or when with anything, with anxiety, with MS, with migraines, with the IBS, whatever it may be, I always get, "Oh, you look so happy," or, "Oh, I do my makeup. You must be having a really good day today," which in reality, no, it just took me 3 times the amount of time to do my makeup, if I even got it done, or sometimes a friend has come and helped me do it. So just because someone looks a certain way doesn't mean that they don't have something going on under the surface, and that sometimes that something is very, very life altering. So I hope that you can all enjoy this beautiful Sunday. I hope you can enjoy your open, honest conversations with your friends, and maybe challenge someone you know to do the same and give a honest answer and start that conversation instead of just the generic answers that we are so programmed to give. And it's okay. We are programmed to do this. We've all done this for so long and some of us haven't, and that is wonderful. But if you are, and if you have, just try to curve that habit if you can and see how it does. And you may hate it and you may not want to keep doing it, and that's okay too. Sorry. But at least give it a shot and see. You might get some really great information from another friend that you didn't know. You might get a sense of peace and calming that you've talked to someone that you needed to get off your chest. You just never know. So that is my challenge for you on this beautiful Sunday. Maybe do it until next Sunday and just see what you think about it. I would love for you to comment below and give me any outcome stories of what had happened, if anything happened to you while trying this, or if you have a question in regards to this or anything else that I maybe have mentioned before or that I haven't mentioned that you want to know. Please feel free to ask down in the comments. If it's not something you're comfortable asking publicly, I will also link my email below. You're welcome to email me anytime with any questions. I want to be as open of a book as I can. As always, you can share if you know someone that this might help, or if you want to put it on your Facebook because you think there are people out there that you don't want to single out that might get help from this. I don't mind. I don't mind being shared. I don't mind being, out on Facebook or whatever else, because I do think that if I can help someone, it's worth sitting in front of a camera and being uncomfortable. So please, please, please consider sharing. You can subscribe if you want to not miss out on future videos. Also, there's a bell somewhere up in the top area where you can get notified if you would like to be notified when I post. I strive to post at least 3 times a week, sometimes more, sometimes less, but I never know how my week's going to go, so it's hard to be sure. As always, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'm going to go ahead and put these pictures back in so you can take 1/3 look and see if you notice Rick holding me up in all of those pictures, and maybe see the pictures a little bit differently than you did the first time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.